92.5
XTU, Philadelphia's country station. Crockett from the Doc and Indy Morning Show. To my right, Mr. Billy Campbell. Thank you for being with us here today.
Thank you.
From the brand new Nat Geo Killing Lincoln, which is debuting Sunday night, 8 o'clock on the 17th, again on Nat Geo. East Coast guy, born in Virginia, correct?
That's right.
Is this your first stop in Philadelphia?
No, it's not. I was here some 25 years ago playing rugby against Philly Whitemarsh, I think it was, and full of beer, so I don't remember much.
Oh, rugby. Now I was a football guy, and I got done playing football, and I was like, you know what, maybe I'll go out for rugby. And I got hit in the head a few times when I played football, and watched rugby one time and thought, maybe not the best life decision at the time. And that was at 22, 23. How long did you play rugby for?
I still play on occasion, but it's I have to say, far better for your body than football.
I would imagine so. Any really bad injuries?
No, that's the point.
Whew.
Yeah, I mean, I've had plenty of injuries, but nothing major, nothing catastrophic, and you can get those left and right in football.
Whew. Still rugby, though. It's just something, I guess just you see a ruck happen, and you're thinking, man, that looks really fun, and then you get really close to it, and you're like, man, I'm really happy I'm standing over here.
It looks worse than it is.
Because that's what we would do.
Yeah.
I went to LaSalle, Michael and I actually over there went to LaSalle, and they had a rugby team, and everybody would get to the field for their rugby matches and stand around with the kegs and let guys like you run around and do all the dirty work. So we had fun. I guess what I should say is thank you, I guess is what I should say. So Killing Lincoln, Nat Geo again, Sunday night. You're playing Abraham Lincoln. When you're preparing for a role like that, where do you even think to start? Obviously, there's a ton of literature on Abraham Lincoln. You'll be able to find anything you want. But where is it, when you got the role, did you think, okay, I have to start here?
Didn't have much time, but I had a passing knowledge of Lincoln from having grown up in Virginia. As a boy, I ran around barefoot on battlefields practically. I mean, you can't spit in Virginia without hitting a battlefield, and you can't be a Civil War buff without knowing about Lincoln. So I had a passing knowledge. Other than that, most of my research really was through the production with Eric Jendrison's brilliant script about the assassination, and with Eric himself, who is a Lincoln fanatic, obsessed with Lincoln since he was a child. And he was my go-to guy. He was a living, breathing encyclopedia of Abraham Lincoln.
As you're getting ready to do a role like this, any role that comes around, obviously there's going to be some sort of physical changes that typically you're going to have to make. Was there anything, obviously being a rugby guy, you're in shape, you've got all those things going for you. Was there anything that physically was demanding about the role? Was there anything that you felt like you had to change for the role in playing Lincoln?
If I'd had more time, I would have lost weight, a lot of weight.
Yeah.
But that being said, physically, the most challenging thing, I think, was wearing 4 layers of black wool in the middle of a heat wave in Virginia on the banks of the James River in the middle of, a heat wave. So that was pretty.
I would say that's about as physically demanding as it gets.
Oh man,
right,
it was
something.
There. It was something.
So, obviously, playing somebody like Abe Lincoln is huge, and congratulations, you did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
May I say so? I'll ask, if the opportunity came up to play any sort of other historic figure, you're an athletic guy, an athlete, whatever it is, if Billy Campbell had the opportunity to play anybody else in their bio, who would Billy Campbell play?
Jeez, that's a difficult question. I couldn't say. There are parts I want to play, but Macbeth isn't a historical figure as much as a fictional one. But I couldn't say a actual historical figure.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be not necessarily historical figure, but if there was, I'm trying to think.
Macbeth
right there. Just hit the nail on the head.
There you go.
Perfect. Very good. Well, it's Killing Lincoln, and it's on Nat Geo, and it's premiering Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Wonderful job by the whole cast and crew. Enjoyed it very much. Tom Hanks is your narrator for the whole thing.
That's right. An interesting tidbit. Tom is a direct descendant of Nancy Hanks. Nancy Hanks was Abraham Lincoln's mother.
Get out of here.
Okay.
Well, no. I meant that as a, not really. You're bigger than I am, so you can probably do whatever you want. But wow, that's great. So that brings up a whole bunch of other questions. So having that connection, I mean, does Tom have like a thorough knowledge of?
I don't know. I haven't met Tom.
Okay.
Actually, we filmed in at different times and in
Right.
different parts of the country. But I would imagine that he does. I would imagine that he knows a lot about Lincoln.
Wow.
It's his family.
I just learned something today. That's incredible. Well, Billy Campbell, again, a wonderful job playing Abraham Lincoln. It's Killing Lincoln, Sunday night, Nat Geo, 8 o'clock. Thank you very much for coming to Philadelphia.
Thank
Enjoy
you
the rest of your stay here.
for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you much.
No problem.
Yep.
All right.